Welcome back to The Price of Business. I am your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I tell you, it's your business to be interested in what's going on in different industries out there, because what I find is that change is so rampant and so widespread. A lot of times we'll see major changes in one industry and end up having a ripple effect in several. And one area that has really have had a lot of shakeup is the area of publishing. And I wanted to spend some time talking to some independent publishers, and delighted to have Nancy Wyatt MacKenzie with me today. And her website is WyattMacKenzie.com, and she's an independent book publisher. And delighted to have you on the program. Welcome.
Thank you, Kevin. I'm glad to be here.
Kind of give us your elevator speech, both your personal and your professional one.
Let's see. Wyatt MacKenzie Publishing is an award-winning independent publisher located in Deadwood, Oregon. And over the last 17 years, we've become known for providing an unparalleled author experience. How's that, Kevin?
That's great, but what does that mean? You know what? That can be wonderful and horribly bad. So what does that mean?
We've been at it for 17 years, and essentially every author that comes our way, Kevin, we exceed their expectations in every way, from book design to emotional support to publicity.
Very good. Now, are you a hybrid publisher, or are you a kind of more of a traditional publisher?
We have a traditional publishing company, Kevin, but I also provide consulting. And I've been doing book packaging for about 25 years. So that's my background. And when I started my independent publishing company, we went strictly traditional.
Very good. How many titles do you do a year?
On our traditional roster, we only hold about a dozen or two, usually less than 20.
And it looks like you've got pretty broad categories, mainly nonfiction, unless I'm missing something.
Mostly focus on nonfiction.
Yep, but pretty broad categorically.
You know what? We focus on the author. When a writer comes to us with a proposal, it's all about the author and what they bring to the table, more so than their genre or their topic.
You mentioned that you are involved in marketing, and obviously that's the secret ingredient if an author is going to be successful. My experience is that increasingly, even Random House and Penguin and these massive publishing houses, the likelihood of your book getting out there isn't much better than it is even with the smallest publishing houses, unless you're, someone who has instant name. What is it that you do that makes your marketing efforts unique?
It's interesting you mentioned those major houses. They used to assign a publicist, and gosh, $5,000 a month for 3 months, this big fancy publicist would work with the author. These days, Kevin, I feel like with our creativity, we work with authors to achieve exactly the same results as those fancy publicists used to, because we're much more creative now. And really, with social media, we have the reach to get out there, reach not only the audience of the book, but the media. So we don't need the fancy publicists anymore.
Yeah, I can see that. I like that. That's really interesting. So how long have you been doing this again?
I've had my publishing company now. We're going on our 18th year. So we've seen it all. We've seen this industry change. You talked about a change, oh my, from self-publishing being completely stigmatized to these days, Kevin, being completely accepted.
Interesting. What would you say is the biggest challenges? And I was just reading recently that now 70% of all books sold are sold from independent publishers, not those big name ones we talked about earlier. That's kind of cool.
That's absolutely right. Well, it's the independents are taking over. Empowerment to the people, right, Kevin?
Very clever. I like that.
Well, I purchased your book last week, and I think you were a perfect example years ago, embracing the technology, that today it's even bigger and even better. You know, when we can get Amazon on our side promoting our books for us, I mean, that's the biggest win of all. The smallest independent publisher has the biggest marketing team working for them when you do it the right way, like you've done with CreateSpace or Kindle, or as an independent publisher using the right distributors.
Yeah, you're talking about my How Many Revolts Required, which we republished, originally Empowerment to the People, which was originally published by a publishing house with a think tank out of Washington. Yeah, absolutely. And I find the whole arena of publishing very interesting, and I'm a book writer as well as a book lover, and so that fuels a lot of that. What's your thoughts about the state of publishing today?
Well, I think it's, more open than ever. Everybody is wanting to get a piece of this publishing pie, so to speak. And whether you are looking for a traditional publisher to pick you up so that you don't have to pay a dime and you can get all this support, or you're looking to dip your toe in the self-publishing market and try out a Kindle, the opportunities are endless. You can put something out there, and like I was saying, using Amazon as your business partner. You put a Kindle out there, you use a strategic promotion, maybe do it for 99 cents for a day or even free, and Kevin, bam, all of a sudden Amazon is promoting your book in Facebook ads, promoting your book in Google ads. They really step up once you hit this level of bestseller as a Kindle on Amazon to reinforce your efforts and reach out to the market that's already buying books just like yours. So that's powerful.
Nancy Wyatt MacKenzie, she's been our guest. You can learn more about her at Wyatt, WYATT, MacKenzie, MacKenzie.com, WyattMacKenzie.com. Nancy, thanks so much.
Thank you, Kevin.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, though, Best Content here can be found over there at usdailyreview.com, and you're listening to The Price of Business.